And you're very welcome back to another WEDPREP podcast delivered to you by WeddingSuppliers.ie, where you can find Ireland's largest listing of wedding venues and suppliers in Ireland. In the studio today, we are delighted to have a magician, and his name is Aidan Murphy. Aidan, great to have you.
Thanks very much, Colin.
I'm looking forward to all these crazy tricks. I met you the other night in the venue and you nearly set the place on fire.
That's me, yeah.
That's you. Yeah. So look, let's get down to it. So how long have you been a magician, and what brought you into wanting to be a magician, I suppose?
I suppose I started magic as a young, maybe 8, 9.
Yeah.
I kind of got into as a hobbyist.
Yeah.
And then I think I was into my 18, 19 years, and then I entered a competition. A friend of mine forced me into it, and from that I went through the different stages of the competition, and I ended up winning it.
Right. Okay.
And it was the moment that I won the competition that I said to myself that I'd love to make it a career.
Okay, well, yeah.
So it was literally like a childhood dream become a reality on that night. It was in Mullingar in the Annabrook, and I won prize money, and
that gave you the feel
it's
for it.
my first time to be in a newspaper for winning a competition as a magician, so I was delighted to have that.
And when you started off, was it just kind of like using, I mean, you know, the little kind of magic sets and stuff like that?
Complete opposite, no.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, I watched Keith Barry on TV. He was on every Sunday night, and I used to record him and watch it back and try and study and try and have an eye for what was happening in the trick. Yeah. Rather than watching the process, I'd try and watch the method, and I'd try and just see if I could twig what was happening.
And I'd love to know, because, you know, there's a few different magicians in Ireland that you kind of, you see what to do, and it's magic, right? But you kind of, can you tell any secrets or how? You know, I remember I asked another magician once, is there this the kind of, what's the called, the magic circle of...
The circle, trust,
you know.
I suppose the trust element is just, if you talk and tell everybody what's happening, then it'll keep going out, and then the whole mystery of magic will be... Gone, yeah. So that's the whole idea, is if you learn it and you're doing it as a craft, keep it as a mystery, so keep people wanting you back. If you tell people how you do it, then they're not going to want you back.
Yeah, and like before we came on, you hit an interesting thing, and I think it's a massive part for kind of any supplier is the entertainment aspect, because when you're in the entertainment part of it, like you have your magic, but like you're kind of, when you're in a crowd of wedding guests, a big part for you is connecting with them before any magic, isn't it?
For sure, yeah. No, the magic is the tool, but the engagement is like the 80%. If you can't engage with the crowd or have them laughing, I try and have them laughing in the first 3 or 4 seconds, or try and do something. It's not magic related, but it's just trying to break the ice, because a lot of people have the thought process of a magician that they're going to make me fall asleep or make a fool of me, or so I try and come with a friendly aspect of just, I want everybody to have a good time. And I'll have a good time if everybody has a good time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then the magic is like the extra kicker, where people are shocked afterwards, but they're also happy to have me around the table. Yeah,
and like I've watched loads of your Instagram stuff as well, and you can see how the magic brings that magical aspect to the wedding day.
Yeah.
I mean, the big part of where you fit in the day, there's a couple of different slots. I mean, where are you more comfortable in the day, or if someone got in touch with you to hire you for their wedding, where would you make a suggestion in the timeline of the day of where's the best time?
Yeah, so a lot of brides and grooms would probably come cold to me, having probably never seen a magician before, or a lot of them would be couples or brides
like
and grooms.
Referrals.
Yeah, people
like
that would have seen me at a previous wedding, or so then they've seen me work at a wedding and they want me at that specific time. Okay. But then for cold couples coming to me, I'll advise the 2 best times that I think is the pre-drinks or after dinner. I don't work.
Dinner.
Yeah, I don't like to work during the meal, which I do occasionally if the bride really requests it, or the groom really requests it.
You're kind of in the way though, if everyone's having their dinner.
I don't like it. Corporates, I do a lot of corporates with that, where that's the only time slot.
Yeah.
And there is a chance, but on a wedding day when people are enjoying their food, they want to enjoy their food. They've been waiting all day to eat.
Yeah.
They don't want to be picking a card while they're eating a potato at the same time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's more of a distraction. Really.
Yeah, of course. So I like to, and obviously some people like their food hot and all of that. So I just like to wait for the mains to be finished and then just pop in and start working the room.
Yeah.
Through teas and coffees and desserts.
You often get people talking about the lull. I mean, there is a certain aspect to a lull after dinner. You know, what do we do now? And couples always want to try and fill that lull. Sometimes I often say it's nice to have that lull after dinner, because it gives you a bit of time to have a breather. But so I'm talking from a musical aspect. Do you have something? Do you have music there? I often say no, but for a magician, it's kind of, you can still have your lull, and the magician can still, because you can only be in one place at one time.
Yeah, I'm just a +1 or an extra guest at the wedding, essentially. So there's no show.
It's an ambience as opposed to an interference, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no show. I don't do any show at a wedding. I don't do stand-up. It's just, I'm there, I'm in the room. People might kind of know that there's something going to happen because I'm freshly dressed and everybody has their suit jackets taken off and I have a bow tie and everything ready to go. So,
so there's a kind of
a surprise element of who's this guy? Is he a manager or is he? Because I've been asked before. People are asking me where the toilet is and I'm like, I don't work there. So. But no, it's just an extra element. It's just a floating magician. So nobody really knows I'm in the room until I hit the first table.
Yeah.
And then after I hit the first table, then everybody kind of has the idea.
And doing a show, would that ever be something that you could do for a guest? Or it'd be hard to kind of capture them all?
It's possible. I just find at weddings, guests are coming from all angles. They're either family members or friends that they haven't seen each other in a while and they just want to have a good night.
Yeah, yeah. And
the show is good and it can work, but obviously you have to be there before the wedding to do a sound check, and then you have to change around the room, or if the top table's
floating around.
You're just, I think it's seamless. I'm in and out, and there's no setup there's no interference for the managers or the staff. Yeah. They don't have to set anything up for me, or I don't have to do anything. I just walk in with my case, do my thing, and then
And how long generally would you, if someone's going to hire you?
2 hour window.
2 hours. That's decent now.
Yeah, I'd always have a 2 hour window. Yeah, so depending on the arrival of the guests, like normally I'd kind of start. The ballpark time is like 3:30 start. If the call for dinner is 5, I'd be starting at 3. Sometimes the call for dinner is 5, but it doesn't happen until 6. So I'm kind of there from 3 to 5:30 ish.
Yeah, just
so it's kind of filling that lull. Just as it's the bride and groom are getting the photos taken, so the guests are waiting to.
You're keeping them. That's during the pre-dinner.
That's kind of the pre-dinner side, yeah. And then the after-dinner slot is, again, it's a 2 hour, kind of aiming to start at 7:30, 8 o'clock at the latest, and then kind of going up until 10 o'clock then just.
And you were saying as well that, and it's, I suppose it's probably not really wedding related, but you do the Caribbean cruises, but you also travel internationally for weddings over to Spain and the UK. And it's one man in a suitcase, off you go.
That's
so
it,
for any couples getting married abroad, you're the man, right? You'll travel.
Yeah, I've done. I did one recently there in Denia in southeast of Spain. So I was over there and I went over for the wedding. I actually said to the bride and groom to book me for the day 2 because it was more of a relaxed. More of a relaxed time, and obviously the people that are flying over are going to be there for the second day, and the second day is kind of a party, and it's more relaxed.
Like, I mean, I'd find you a great slot for the pre-dinner and the lull, but for the day 2, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. I do a few day 2s. I suppose brides and grooms just book me for I don't advertise for the day 2. It just comes when people ask me, but day 2 is a big thing. Yeah, it's a big opportunity because. The first thing about a wedding is the guests are dressed up and they might feel a little bit tense, the fact that they have to act formal and represent themselves. But day 2, they've already... They're relaxed, they're chilled, they're in their shirts and dresses and they're just more relaxed and they're just having a few drinks.
And do you find that, do you find the smart arses, do you get one of them at every wedding?
Oh, yeah.
That'll try and
There's always one,
Yeah, whatever, you know.
You get 1 or 2, or sometimes you might have a wedding with none of them, so you're happy if you're leaving the venue with none. But at the end of the day, that's the only hiccup in the.
And how does that work? Someone's just trying to catch out or something, is it?
90% of the time is like I'll approach a group, and a lot of it could be an alpha male just thinking I'm going to get the better of this guy before he even starts, not even knowing what I do.
Yeah.
Or they might think that this guy looks confident, I'm going to knock him down a peg or 2 before he starts. Yeah. And then sometimes you might be doing something and everybody else is reacting and he's the guy that's like, I want to catch him out. But a lot of the time he's the guy that
gets shocked.
Yeah, that as well. But everybody else at the table is telling him to let me do my thing and him to shut up.
Shut up, yeah.
In the nicest way possible. So yeah, because I kind of just let him burn out. That's my I don't go back at them. I just let them burn out because after a while, if you keep talking to if I don't respond to him, he's not going to respond back to me. So I just
and the trick is here: don't invite a smart ass to your wedding. you know, there's one of them all the time. Don't bring them, you know. And then I suppose, you see kids now at weddings. There's another aspect of that as well, isn't there? You know, the kind of entertainment. I mean, you probably don't you don't specialise in that area either. But there's magic for kids as well. But they're freaking them out now too much.
Yeah, no, it's all ages. Like you could do a wedding and there could be 3 kids at it and they're just following you around from table to table.
They'd love it, I'd say.
Yeah. So it's a great buzz for them. And then sometimes I'll be doing it at the top table for the bride and groom and the bride and groom's daughter or niece might just come up and I'll get them involved. I did a wedding recently in Westmeath, and there was 2 kids either side of the bride and groom, and I just performed for the bride and groom, but I got the 2 children involved.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And it just makes it more powerful for them because they're seeing the kid react to magic for the first time.
Yeah.
Especially when they're 7, 8, 9. You're only,
I know. Should we all remember?
Yeah, you're just getting familiar with what magic really is.
I used to watch Paul Daniels, but a lot of people might not remember him.
I love Paul. Yeah. Paul came over to Dublin to do a lecture years ago before he passed away. Him and Debbie. Yeah. So I got to meet him in person.
And Keith Barry, as you were saying earlier, Keith hosted some of the awards, which
for sure
leads us on to you. You won the 2025 this year's awards. Yeah. So how did that must have felt very good.
Oh, I was delighted. Yeah, it's the first time to win an award for the wedding industry, so it was delighted. Yeah, the work that I put into it just to get the reward out of it is fantastic. Yeah, I was chuffed on the night.
Yeah, no, well look, it's testament to the work. I mean, and your Instagram is on fire. I mean, you're putting a lot of effort into that. So for people to go and see your work, you're fairly consistent in your posts and that as well.
Well, it's important as well for any business, but I've only realised that since COVID was the power of social media, because everybody was stuck at home and I was trying to grow my channels at that time, but I just feel that a lot of people are reaching out to me on those channels personally from the content, or they've seen me.
TikTok, you're on there.
Absolutely,
as well.
yeah. I have 1.6 million followers currently on TikTok.
Dude, 1.6 million?
Yeah.
Wowzer.
It was 1.7 and then it dropped because people banned TikTok in certain countries. So during that time of during the pandemic, there was the whole thing of Chinese hacking, or being able to hack the Americans or find out information through the media. So they were trying to get rid of the app, and I think they've banned it in certain countries. Yeah. So you're not able to download TikTok. And the big mistake was they were hoping to try and ban it out of America, but they've
managed to get through that.
They've put a halt on that. Yeah.
So can we look at maybe doing a trick?
You want to see something? Yeah.
I'd love to see something. Yeah. For our audience at home.
Yeah. We can do something. Yeah. We can, of course. We'll try this. We'll do.
We'll try and get the cameras right so we can. So you're on this camera here. Brilliant.
Yeah. So they're. We'll get you to choose one.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Let's try this.
So you just reach in and grab one. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyone.
Okay.
You see it? You can show the camera as well. Yeah.
I can show the camera.
Yeah. Show the camera.
So if I do that, can we see that? Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Excellent.
And then what we do is you put it here.
There.
Yeah. And that's roughly. It's just above halfway, right?
Yes. Okay.
Now watch this. If we snap the finger, we'll slowly go through it. Now it's just above halfway. You see there's one card that's red.
Red, yeah.
Yeah, what was your card?
It was the 5 of...
5 of clubs?
Yes.
That's the 5 of clubs, right. If you put the 5 of clubs on your lap here.
Okay, 5 of clubs on my lap. You
and
probably can't see this now. But
no, that's all right. You just put it on your lap and then just shout stop. We'll get another card for the camera. Shout stop.
Stop.
Right, remember this one?
Yes, okay.
You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, watch closely. Hopefully there should be one red card in the pack. In fact, it's the one that's on your lap. What was the second card you saw?
3 of clubs.
Have a look.
Here. There you go. I didn't even feel anything move or anything there.
That's the story of my life.
You're not going to light any fires today, lads.
No fires.
No. It's warm enough in here, right?
It's too warm. Yeah. No, it's too warm.
But that's brilliant. And like, what would be your? I mean, you probably have pinnacles, the pinnacle part of your day, or do you just have different varying tricks? Would you use the same trick going around from group to group, or you must have like?
I have a repertoire. Like obviously, I've been doing magic for 25 years, so all the tricks that I've learned, I can do loads of tricks continuously and keep people wowed, but. As a performer and with the experience on cruise ships, I just feel that having a repertoire of maybe 10 to 15 routines that you grow and make stronger every time you perform them. I just pick and choose the crowd that I do them to. So a bit of mind reading, I could have money borrowed and it's signed and it ends up inside in a fruit. I borrow rings, bit of mind reading, a few card tricks, and just kind of a bit variables because some people don't like cards, some people don't like using the ring, so I'll have something for everybody. But I suppose the routines that I've worked on have been honed for years, and I'm able to get the reactions, and I know I get the
And
reactions.
what I've noticed, because you like the first time I've known you a good few years, but the first time you've ever been on the same kind of venue and wedding as us was only last week. And what I noticed when you came into the lads and you did your trick was just the speed of it.
Yeah.
And what I liked about it was I thought the trick was over on 3 or 4 different phases, but the trick just kept on coming and coming, and the speed and the engagement and the connection between people, going back to that, is so important. And for the couple, the likability of who you are, just not your magic.
For sure,
it's such an important part, isn't it?
There's one card routine I do it a lot, but like it's the basic element is there's probably 9 tricks that I would have learned, but I've brought them all into it to make one full routine.
Yes, okay.
So like where the cards change you to a block of glass, or the card goes inside in a phone and you can pull it outside the phone, or it ends up in the wallet. They're all different tricks, and I just hone them all into one routine with one person's card that's signed that they can choose or keep as a souvenir. So I just find that doing that, they want to build. They think the first trick is good, and then the next one is good, and they're like, this is great, and then it gets better and better, and it's just like it just keeps climaxing for them.
And do you just nationwide? I know you travel internationally, but within
travel
Ireland,
all around Ireland, anywhere. I do a lot.
Down to Shneem.
Yeah, I go probably once or twice a year, or 3-4 times a year. I might go down to Kerry or Cork. It's a longer trek, and there are magicians around Ireland that are able to hone in on those areas. But sometimes you get an inquiry for somebody and they're getting married in Donegal, or they could be down in Kerry. If I'm available, I'll definitely make myself available for them.
Look, Aidan, it was a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Thanks very much for having me.
It seems like very quick, but you know,
no, it's fantastic.
So where can people find you on your Instagram? What's all your handles?
All my handles are Aidan Murphy Magic, so it's all Aidan Murphy Magic, and the website is aidanmurphymagic.com as well.
I can find you on WeddingSuppliers.ie.
Wedding Suppliers for sure. Yeah.
Aidan, you're a gent.
Thanks for having me.
Brilliant.
Thank you.